ほら、ルフィ、今一緒に海賊になる仲間を探してるんだ。
Hello guys, welcome to my channel The Wandering Zoro, your go-to destination for anime-related content. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest videos. In today's video, we're going to be diving into part 1 of the series. So be sure to stick around until the end, and let's get started. No One POV. Inko Midoriya was in a hospital room giving birth to a set of twins. Her husband Hisashi Midoriya was outside the waiting room getting more worried by the second. When he was finally called in to go see his wife, he saw his wife holding a set of twins in her hands. Hisashi, you did great, honey. Inko, look at them, Hisashi, what should we name them? Hisashi, why don't we name them Izuku and Izuki? I think those names match our twins. Inko, that a great idea, honey, I love them. With that, they both share a kiss as they are excited for what future may hold for their twin sons. Years passed. As the days go and went, Hisashi Midoriya was forced to move to America for work purposes and gave his wife and his twin son a last kiss goodbye before leaving. As the twins grow, they started idolized heroes, and they want to become heroes growing up. Their best friend Bakugo Katsuki, also known as Kaken. Kaken wanted to become heroes together, and because of that the Kaken and the twins made a promise that they will become heroes together. That is when Kaken got his quirk. The twins were amazed and wonder how strong their quirk will be when it comes. When their 4th birthday came around, Inko took her twin sons to a quirk doctor to see why their quirk hasn't come in yet. Doctor, Mrs. Midoriya, I have some good news and some bad news, but first I have a question. What is yours and yours husband quirk? Inko, well, I have a very weak type of telekinesis, while their father have a fire-breathing type quirk. Doctor, okay, well, do you want to hear the good news or the bad news? Inko, the bad news first. Doctor, well, it seemed that Izuka here doesn't have a quirk. Inko, what? That impossible, none of my family or Hisashi family was quirkless, so how is that possible? Doctor, will you see this x-ray? You see he has a double joint in his pinky toe. Now, the reason why I ask you those questions is to see if you have anyone in your guy's family that have an avian or bird-type quirk. Inko, no, sorry to say, but my family comes from a long line of people that have a type of telekinesis quirk, while my husband's family come from a long line of people who have fire quirks. Why are you asking? Doctor, well, there have been rare chances that people who have a type of avian quirk can have double-jointed, but it seems that your son is really quirkless. But the good news is that your other son have a very strong type of telekinesis, and with enough training, he can become a strong hero. Inko, well, that's great to hear. Izuku, Mom, can I still become a hero? Inko, oh, sweetheart, I am so sorry. As Inko took her quirkless son into a hug, Izuki ended up joining into the hug, feeling sorry for his older brother. That day when they left the doctor office, took them out for ice cream. When they got home, though, Izuku went onto the computer to watch All Might videos with his younger brother. He couldn't help but still believed he can still be a hero, even though whenever he mentioned it, his younger brother just looked guilty, while their mother couldn't help but burst into tears and keep apologizing like it was her fault that he was quirkless, which it wasn't. When the next day rolled around, and they had to go to preschool, Izuki told him about his quirk and what happened to Izuku. Izuki, I'm worried he wants to be a hero, but at the same time hero work is dangerous. Katsuki, maybe we can scar him for him to be scared of quirks, and he won't want to be a hero anymore. Izuki, I don't think that's smart. Kaken, what would happen if we take it too far? I don't want to hurt my older brother. Katsuki, it's either that or wait until he take the hero test and get himself killed. Izuki, fine, but as long as we don't go too far in our bullying, then I guess it will be okay. That is when Izuki and Katsuki walk up to Izuku, who was playing all by himself. Katsuki, hey Izuku, do you still want to be a hero? Izuku, yes I do. Katsuki, even if you're a quirkless loser? Izuku, what? Izuki, you can't be a hero without a quirk. Izuku, yes I can. I will be the first quirkless hero then. Izuki, there is no such thing of quirkless heroes. Katsuki, and besides, why do you think you can be the first? People who have tried being heroes without strong quirks just ended up dying. Just give up, Izuku, because there is no way for you to be a hero. Izuku, you really can't believe that. Izuki, do you really believe that? Do you really believe I can't become a hero because I don't have a quirk? Izuki, yes, I am so sorry, but if you just accept it, then maybe you can chase another dream. Izuku, No, I can't believe you, my own best friend and my own brother is telling me to give up on my dream. With that, Izuku got up and ran away from them. Katsuki and Izuki called after him, but he kept running. What Izuku didn't know, though, was that this was just going to be the beginning of everything going wrong in his life, just because he is quirkless. No one POV. After that day, Izuku had started to get bullied by the other children. Apparently, his younger brother told everyone that he was quirkless and hoped they would teach him a lesson and make him forget about his dream. When Izuku told the teachers about the bullying, they would either yell at him, tell him that boys will be boys, or they would just ignore him. He did told his mom about the bullying, but his brother would just lie, saying that the boys are just playing rough with Izuku and that no one was really bullying him. Of course, Inko believed him, because why would her son lie and told Izuku that the kids that he hang around are just play rough with him, that all? When Izuku started coming how injured, though, Izuki had to come up with more believable lies. When Izuku told his mom that the kids have started using their quirk on him, Izuki would just say that some kids lost control of their quirks, or that Izuku had injured himself while playing. Of course, when they go to school, though, the bullying got worse and worse. Even the nurse have given up, and whenever the boy comes in, the nurse would either give him the stuff to treat himself or would just yell at him to get back to class. This was going on for years, and when Izuki had started growing older, his mom decided it was time for her to teach Izuki to use his quirk. That is when Inko would start to forget that she had another son who was suffering in the worst way imaginable. When she cooked dinner, she would forget to get a plate for Izuku. When this first happened, Inko apologized to Izuku, but over time it got annoying to the point he waits for them to be done eating and would just eat the leftovers if they were any. Izuku also had to start working to get money at an early age, because when there's no food in the house, their mom would just take Izuki out to eat, leaving Izuku with no food for the day and sometimes for weeks. He also started to hate his own birthday too. At first they would share a birthday, just like twins were, while over time the parties were only for Izuki, as if everyone forgot that Izuku have even existed at all. He does a few gifts from Aunt Mitsuki and some from his mom when she does remember, but other than that, nothing else. And just over time, Izuki would just take Izuku a gift, even though it was for Izuku in the first place. When Izuku had started middle school at Aldera Junior High, that is when his life took a toll. The bullying have gotten to the point where people don't care about his life. The bullying went from teasing, name-calling, and a little of quirk used to being literally being physically and mentally abused by his whole class. They would leave Red Spider Lily, which literally mean death, and would ask why he haven't given up life yet. Izuku POV. I was walking home when I saw something that caught my eye. There were 3 bird eyes, but what caught his attention the most was a dead bird that seemed to be burned. There were a few smash eyes around the bird. Izuku mind. Oh, you poor thing. I look at the bird nest and saw 3 eggs. I knew that without a mother these eggs were not going to survive. Izuku. Don't worry, Mama Bird, I will take good care of your eggs and make sure they have a happy life. That is when I made a small grave for the bird. People can be so mean to those that are weaker than themselves. I just wish I have the power to help and save everyone. When I got home, I ran straight to my room. There wasn't much in my room anymore, because either I sold stuff for money or Izuki would take things from my own room. That is when I pull out a hidden area in my room, which had 12 notebooks about heroes and villains, as well as a few other things. I made a nest there and pull out an old lamp that I was able to fix. I put the lamp down there in hopes that some of my old blankets and the light of the lamp will be enough to hatch the eggs. After getting everything sorted out, I put everything back so it can be hidden from my brother. I wouldn't even know what my so-called brother would do to the eggs if he finds them, so I'm just hoping and praying he doesn't. I decided that I should head to bed early tonight. I could try to buy some food tomorrow at the store after school if I'm lucky. Izuku mumbled. Good night, world. Hopefully I have a better day tomorrow. Izuku POV. The next day rolled around faster than I wanted it to. I decided that I shouldn't bring any money with me in fear that my bullies would just come and steal it. I know I will be graduating middle school soon, and I also will be trying to get into UA, but I just have a bad feeling about today. I enter my class to see some Red Spider Lily on my vest, and people laughing about it. Some even said that I should thank whoever gave me these flowers because there will be the only flowers I will ever get. I'm not to bother about any of this mainly because I just feel numb with all the bullying. It gotten to the point that I don't feel pain like I normally would. Also besides, even though the flowers does mean death, they're still beautiful. Teacher. Alright class, so you all know that you will be graduating middle in about a week or 2, and I also know that all of you want to be heroes with all of your amazing quirks and all. With that, everyone in the class had started using their quirks. I just put my head down and try to make myself as small as possible. Teacher. All right, settle down. You guys know that you're not allowed to use your quirks on school grounds now. Who is planning to go to UA? With that, echoed raised their hands, even me. But as soon as I raised my hand, I put my hand down because I really don't want anyone knowing I still want to be a hero. Teacher. UA is a really hard school to get into. I heard about 1% of students get in there, so it's not possible for anyone to get in. Katsuki. Hey teach, don't put Izuki or I in with these other extras. Teacher. So you two are still planning to go into UA? Well, I wish you good luck because it's not an easy school to get into. Izuka mind. I know my chances are slim to none, but I will still try my best. Teacher. Oh Izuku, you're planning to get into UA too, right? That is when everyone started laughing, even my own brother. Katsuki. You really think they're going to let a quirkless loser in? Izuki. Come on Deku, you should know that you never have a chance to become a hero, so stop trying. Izuku. But I can. They are letting quirkless people in the school know, and I could be the first quirkless hero. That just made everyone around me laugh, even harder, to the point that some people were coughing. Teacher. All right, that enough. Speak on your own time, Midoriya, or else that detention, and I would hate to give it to you when you're so close to graduating. Do you understand? Izuku. Yes, teach. Tekahar. Good, now start teaching. Izuku mind. I knew I should have skipped class. When class ended, I was putting my stuff away as fast as I could when Izuki and Kaken decide to come to my desk. Katsuki. Oh, what this? Grabs my number 13 Analyze Hero notebook. Izuku. Kaken, give that back. Izuki. Really Deku, are you really still believing that you can be a hero still? Izuku. Izuki. Answer me when I ask a question. That is when Izuki grabbed my shirt collar. Izuku. Why yes, I still want to be a hero. Izuki. I thought we told you they don't let quirkless loser. I think you need a reminder. Kaken, why don't you teach him a listening? Katsuki. With pleasure. That is when he exploded my number 13 Analyze Hero notebook and threw it out of the window. I screamed and begged for him to stop, but he didn't. That is when he grabbed me by my shirt and gave me a smirk. Katsuki. Did you really think heroes give a flying F about Hero Analyze? But if you really want to be a hero, then here is some advice. They a swan dive off a building and pray for a quirk in your next life. That is when I froze. He left me go, and I just grabbed my stuff and ran. The last thing I saw before running out of the classroom was Izuki yelling at Kaken about something. I went outside to try and find my number 13 Analyze Hero notebook. I found it at the koi pond with some fish trying to eat it. Izuku. Sorry little guys, but my number 13 Analyze Hero notebook isn't for food. I then grabbed it and left. The pages were ruined and it seemed that I would have to rewrite and draw everything again. Well, at least I have an extra notebook at home. I can started rewriting and redrawing everything. While heading home, though, I decided to take the long way as I don't want to run into Kaken or my brother again. While walking, though, I heard a sort of gurgling type noise. I tried to ignore, but it kept getting louder and louder. That is when I heard it. A flesh suit, just the thing I need to get this hero off my back. That is when this slime villain came into my view. He grabbed me and pulled me into an alleyway as he started slowly suffocating me. I tried to fight back, but it was no use. That is when I started to give up as black dots started to hit my vision. Before I fully black out, though, I heard someone enter the alleyway. Next thing I knew, I was getting slap awake. My All Might. All Might. Hey young man, are you okay? Izuku. Yes, I'm fine. Wait, you're All Might. All Might. I see you're a fan, but I must be getting going. Izuku. All Might, wait. That is when I noticed my notebook. It seemed he have already signed it. All Might. I'm sorry, citizen, but I really have to get going. With that, All Might went to jump away, but I saw able to grab his leg before he jumped. All Might. Look, I love fans and all, but I need you to let go. Izuku. But if I let go, I'll die. All Might. Right, good point. That is when he stopped at top of a high building. I let go, and he was about to jump away before I yelled at him. Izuku. Wait, I have a question. All Might. All right, make it quick. Izuku. Well, I was wondering if. That is when All Might turned into this small, skinny man that had started puking up. Izuku. Oh my gosh, are you okay? All Might. Well, it seemed that you find out my secret. Izuku. Wait, you're All Might, but how? All Might. Well, let's just say I had to fight a really bad villain, and he left me this. That is when he pulled up his shirt to reveal a huge scar. Izuku. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. All Might. It's okay, it happened a long time ago, but anyways, you had a question. Izuku. Yes, well, is it possible for a quirkless person like myself to become a hero? I was really hoping he was different from everyone else. I just need one person to believe in me, just please be that. All Might. I'm sorry to say, but no. It's a good dream, don't get me wrong, but villains don't care if you have a quirk or not. Now, if you want to help people, why don't you become a police officer or a doctor? But it's not possible for you to become a hero, I'm sorry. With that, he left the roof. I was left there with my own thoughts. Not even the hero I look up to for years believe in me. Maybe Kakin is right, I should just end things. Maybe then I can at least make everyone happy. I look over the edge before looking up in the night sky. Gosh, how long have I been up here? I kept looking up, and then I saw a colorful shooting star going through the night sky. I decided to make a wish before jumping. Izuku mind. I wish for a happy life with a quirk in my next life, please. With that, I back away from the cliff and look a running start before swan diving head first down the building and onto the cement down below. No one POV. After Izuku jumped to his own death, sometimes inside him snap as he hit the cement. The cement was soon covered in vital fluid, and there seemed to be a dead body right there in the middle. No one was around to find his body, so as it sit there, his body had started to glow into colorful lights before it fades. Then his body catches on fire out of nowhere. His body became ash, and after a while the ash had started to sparkle, and it formed into Izuku once again. Izuku POV. Pain was the last thing I felt. I thought I was going into the afterlife, but then I heard a voice telling me that it wasn't my time. The next thing I knew, I felt warm. It wasn't uncomfortable or anything, it almost felt safe and peaceful, as if nothing is going to hurt me again. That is when I started slowing opening my eyes. That is when I realized I didn't die. I slowly got up as I feel sore. I look around and saw that the cement around me is covered in my own vital fluid. I tried to wrap my hurt around it when I felt something on my back. I turned around and saw wings on my back, but they seemed small. Izuku mind. I have a quirk. This whole time I had a quirk, and yet everyone tells me that I was quirkless. That is when I remember something. The doctor visit. Didn't he say that people who have avian or any type of bird quirk can be mistaken as someone being quirkless? I was trying to remember more, but something in me is telling me that I should head home and rest. I looked back up in the sky and decided that it might be the smart choice to head back home. Time skip. I was able to sneak into the house without anyone waking up. I shut and locked the door behind me before heading straight into my room. When I got there, I decided to collapse onto my bed and let sleep take over me. Dream world. I was floating in a pitch-black void with nothing around. Izuku, hello? Anyone here? Hello, my child. Izuku, who are you? I go by many names, but you can call me Hope. Izuku, Hope? With that, a rainbow-like bird appeared right in front of me. Hope, I've been waiting for you, but I really wish we never have met. Izuku, what? I'm sorry, I'm so confused. Hope, I know you were, so let me explain. Young Izuku, you always had a quirk within you. Izuku, I always had a quirk, but why did it decide to show up now? Why didn't it come when I needed it the most? I just have so many questions right now. Hope, and I am here to answer them all. You see, your quirk can only activate when you died in any way other than old age. Your quirk is called Phoenix Guardian. This quirk is really powerful and really dangerous if not trained. That's why I am here. Izuku, you're going to train me? Hope, yes I am. For the next months I will be training you, but not here. I need you to leave your home, it's not safe here anymore. Izuku, but where am I going to go? Hope, there is an old tree house in the wood area that some of your bullies would chase you to. I want you to go there. Bring everything with you, because you're not coming back. Izuku, when I get there, what is going to happen next? How will I see you again? Hope, when you fall asleep, young one, of course, but hurry, or else you might never be able to leave. Wakes up. That is when I woke up. When I woke up, I noticed my wings have started to grow and more, and they started to get bigger. Izuku, I need to leave. With that, I took my backpack and had started packing everything up, clothes, my money, all my Analyze Hero notebooks, and a few other things. I also slowly grabbed the box that have the 3 bird eggs in. I also grabbed all the stuff that they needed. I also grabbed some food from the fridge before leaving this house permanently. No one POV. The next day roll around faster than anyone would want it. Izuku was able to find the old tree house and have made himself home there. Of course, the tree house needs some work, but other than that, it's a good place to start. While that was happening with Izuku, in the other side of the city to where Izuku have jumped, police officers and reporters are all over the sense. They were trying to figure out what happened and why there a huge pile of fluid on the cement. Some of the police officers took the DNA to see if they can find out who left this huge splatter of vital fluid. Reporters were talking about their ideas on what happened, like it could be a villain attack or a vigilante injured pretty bad. Izuku POV. I was able to set everything up in the old tree house, but looking around I could fix this place right up. All I need is the money to do that. Izuku mind. This place isn't so bad, I just need to find a job, and I think I can turn this place into my new home. It's also farther in the wood area and kinda hidden, so I don't think people will be able to find it unless they're really looking for it. Maybe I can use some of my money to camouflage the treehouse more. While thinking on what to do, I decided to get into my sleeping bag and fall right to sleep, hoping to see if Hope can teach me anything. Dream World. Hope. Welcome back. It seemed you were able to find the treehouse. Izuku. Yes, it was a little hard to find, but after a while I was able to find it. I think if I find a job, I could fix up and make the treehouse more hidden. Hope. That great news, but for now we have another problem. Izuku. What the other problem? Hope. I won't be able to teach you much since you're still in school, but you're graduating in a week, right? Izuku. Yes, I am. Hope. Then this give us some time. I will be teaching you on how to hide your wings and tail. Izuku. Wait, tail? I don't have AWH. I turn around to see a very beautiful and colorful phoenix tail that seemed to have started to grow in. Hope. He didn't see that one, did you? Izuku. No, I didn't. Hope. Well, I am just going to teach you how to hide your wings, tail, or any other feature that you might get from the quirk, like talents, or maybe even really sharp teeth. Now don't get bad if you can't do it right away. After all, it take time, and you have about 2 days before your final week of school starts, so you'll be fine. After that, Hop have started to train me. It was hard at first, and it took a lot of focusing, but on Sunday, I was able to hide my phoenix side. Hope. You did really well, and I am so proud of you. Izuku. Thank you, but I have a question if you don't mind me asking. Hope. Go right ahead. Izuku. You said you go by many names when I have met you, but you decided for me to call you Hope. Why? Hope. Everyone needs a little hope in their life, young Izuku, even you. I knew when the day you have jumped that you have lost hope in world, so I am here to give you that hope back, and maybe a new meaning. Izuku. A new meaning? Hope. Yes, but that's not really important right now. Right now I want you to wake up and go eat something. You've been here for almost 2 whole days, and you must be really hungry. Izuku. I guess I'm kinda hungry. Hope. You also need proper rest. We have lots to do, Izuku, and I want you to be your full, energetic self again. Izuku. Guess I will see you either later on today or tomorrow. Hope. Yup, I also have some requests for you to do during your last week of school that you would need to do, alright. Izuku. Okay, goodbye, Hope. See you in a little while. Hope. Bye, Izuku. Waking up. When I woke up, I want to go check on the eggs on the desk to see how they're doing. Afterwards, I pull some food from my backpack and eating it, wondering what is Hope planning to do during the weeks that I am at school. No one POV. When the next day rolled around, Izuku was forced to go back to school. When he got there, though, it seemed that Kaken and his brother have seemed to be leaving him alone. The only people who aren't leaving him alone are the other classmates. Izuku mind. 1 more week, and I am free from everyone here. When school ended, Izuku left as fast as he could so he won't have to run into anyone. He was one of the first people out of the building, and he started heading back to the wood area. When he got there, he checked on the eggs to make sure they're all right before falling asleep, so he can speak to Hope. Izuku POV. Dream World. Hope. It seemed that you're back. Izuku. I came here because you wanted me to do something today? Hope. Yes, I want you to volunteer at a homeless shelter and help give food to the homeless. Izuku. Okay, but may I ask why? Hope. I want you to see that you're not alone in this world. There are people who are suffering, and I want you to see what people in this world have done to others just because they're either different or weak. This will also be your first step of moving on. Izuku. I see. Well, do you know where I can find a homeless shelter? Hope. I do. Here, take this map. Don't worry, when you wake up you will know exactly where to go, as the map will be in your head. That is when she handed me a map before sending me on my merry way. Waking up. When I woke up, I left the tree house and headed to the homeless shelter to help out by giving people food. It took about an hour for everything to get ready, and before we knew it, a line started to appear. I was handing out food for the people, and I was even able to talk to a few and learn their stories. Some people had mutation quirks, and because of that, people didn't want to hire them for jobs, and they were kicked out of their homes because they had no money or because they had nowhere else to go. I also learned that it's hard for people who have broken the law to find jobs just because they broke the law to help their families rather than stealing some money for food to using their quirk multiple times a day to keep their kids warm and safe. After everything was done and good, I asked them if I can come again tomorrow to help out, and they told me I can come back. After that, I also started looking for jobs around my area, and I found this cafe area. When I asked for the job, they gave me a form to fill out and told me to give it back by the end of the week, and I might get the job. I head straight back to the tree out after using some of my money to get some food for the day. I fill out the paper and place it on a run-down desk that I found in the beach area. I also check on the eggs one last time before heading straight to bed, because after all, tomorrow is another day. No one POV. Over the week, Izuku came up with a panther. He would go to school, then go to the homeless shelter to help out, and finally go to the cafe and start his job. Izuku was able to get the job at the cafe, but it wasn't a normal cafe. It was a cat cafe. In a matter of a day, he was the person making the coffee because boy does he know how to make the best coffee in the world. People at school have started to ignore him. There are a few who would leave flowers on his desk and would say some mean things, but it seemed that the physical bullying part had stopped. It could be because everyone is worried about their future and all, but Izuku doesn't really know. This went on for a while, but after he finally graduated and got his diploma, he was out of there. Somewhere else. Police officer, sir, the DNA test came back, and it seemed that the blood came from a boy named Izuku Midoriya. Detective Tsukachi. I see, well, can you go get me his file? Police officer, of course. That is when the police officers ran and came back with Izuku Midoriya file. Name, Izuku Midoriya. Quirk, quirkless. Family, Inko Midoriya, mother Hisashi Midoriya, father Izuki Midoriya, twin brother. Other random information. Detective Tsukachi. So well, I guess I have to go there for a visit to see if the kid is okay. Detective Tsukachi POV. I headed to the Midoriya home and knock on their door, but it seemed that no one was home. I decided that maybe the kid hurt himself while heading back home, but he did leave a lot of blood, and there wasn't any news about him going to a hospital. Detective Tsukachi mind. Maybe I'm overthinking it. People get hurt almost every day, but why do I have this feeling that something is terribly wrong? Maybe I can leave a voice message. With that, I decided to call, and would you know, no one picked up, so I decided to leave a voicemail hoping that they would get back to me. Detective Tsukachi. Hello, Mrs. Midoriya, I'm Detective Tsukachi, and I'm calling about your son Izuku Midoriya. You see, we found a lot of his blood at a crime scene, and we want to make sure the kid is okay. Please call me back, thank you. With that, I hang up before heading back to work, but this bad feeling that something is wrong haven't left my gut. No one POV. While Izuku is doing his own small celebration of getting out of school, the other Midoriya were celebrating with the Bakugas. Mitsuki, where is Izuku? Izuki. He's sadly not feeling so well, and he told us that we should celebrate without him. Mitsuki. Oh well, I hope he feel better. Katsuki. You, me too. Time skip. When the Midoriyas got home, Inko decided to check her phone to see one voicemail. When she played it, she started to get worried and decided to call up the detective. Phone called. Detective Tsukachi, hello? Inko. Hi, my name is Inko Midoriya, and you wanted to speak to me about my son? Detective Tsukachi. Yes. You see, a few of our officers were looking through the area after a villain attack happened when a few of them noticed a pool of vital fluid on the sidewalk. When we did a DNA test on it, it came back to be your son, Izuku Midoriya. I just want to make sure if the kid was okay. Inko. Oh, that worrying. Izuki. Mom, who on the phone? Inko. Oh, I'm talking to Detective Tsukachi. It seemed that your brother may have been badly injured, and he want to know if your brother is already. Izuki. Oh, I can go check on him if you want. Inko. That would be lovely. With that, Izuki ran upstairs. He didn't know what to do. Izuki mind. Okay, think I can just lie like I'm always been doing. Oh, who am I kidding? If they found my brother blood, then they might want to talk to him, and he would have to tell the truth about the bullying we've been doing. If that happens, then I won't be able to get All Might quirk or even become a hero for the matter of that. Where did they even find it in the first place? I was sure that Kaken and I were careful to not make him bleed too badly, so something like this won't happen. It must be another bully group from our school. Izuki mumbles. So well, let's hope this works. Izuki then came back downstairs after a while so his mom would think he was talking to Izuku the whole time. Inko, is Izuku okay? Izuki. Yeah, he fine. It seemed that he had injured his leg really badly while walking home. Inko, I see. Detective Tsukachi. So is the kid all right? Inko. Oh yes, my other son went to go check on him, and he said that he had injured his leg while walking home. Detective Tsukauchi, well then he should be in the hospital. There was a lot of it on the cement. Izuku told he that he did bleed, but it looked worse than it actually was. Inko, my son told me that his leg wasn't that badly injured and that it may look bad than it actually was. Detective Tsukauchi, oh I see, well may I talk to the boy? Inko, I'm sorry but he's sick and he should be sleeping right about now. Detective Tsukauchi, no it's okay, well thank you for your guys' time. Inko, it was no problem, bye. Phone call ended. Inko, well I guess I'm heading to bed for the night, if you need anything let me know night my little angle. Izuki, ya night mom. With that Inko went to her room, while Izuki was left there. He let out a sigh of relief thinking that he'd just miss a huge bullet, but what he didn't know was that an even bigger one might come sooner than later. Detective Tsukauchi POV. After talking to Inko Midoriya, I felt myself relax a little. It seemed that she was telling me the truth through I would have liked to talk to the boy to see if the boy was okay myself, but sadly, you don't always get what you want. Still I can't help, but still have a nagging feeling like something is really wrong. Maybe it's because he quirkless and I know that people who turn out to be quirkless have been dead or have outlived themselves because of how cruel this world is. It's still believed that if a quirkless child lives up to their adulthood, they would have a hard time finding a job and really good health care because people don't seem to care about who you are. They only care about your quirk. Detective Tsukauchi, sigh I need more coffee. Izuku POV. It's been a few weeks since I left my house for good and I was doing well for myself. Every day I would wake up, eat, volunteer at the homeless shelter, then go to work, then head home to sleep so I can train my quirk. Dream world. Hope. Izuku, you need to do more work on your body in the outside world. Sure you can train here and it will help, but sleeping almost half the day away so you can train can cause huge problems. Izuku, as in what? Hope. Your body can become really sore and you're not getting a lot of sunlight. Stuff like that, so I want you to start training outside of the dream world too. Izuku. Fine, I will start running and find a gym to go to or something. Hope. Thank you. Waking up. After that I started to job/running around, so I get from place to place. I also found a beach on where I can start working out. I wanted to start training as soon as possible, but that is when I spotted them. It seemed that All Might and Izuki are training here. Izuku mind. I didn't want to see those two, but it seemed Faith hate me or something, sigh maybe I can find a gym nearby or something and hopefully they can take me in. And that is what I did. I did find a gym where I could work out in peace, and it seemed that the people there weren't so angry that I was here, which was a plus in my books. Izuku mind. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, I can do this. After all, this is my life, and I won't be getting any stronger just by sitting here. No one POV. Months have begun to pass. Izuki has been training hard with All Might, but the fun fact that they don't know is that sometimes late at night Izuku would come and take some stuff to use. They do notice that some stuff is missing, but they don't put too much mind to it. Izuku, on the other hand, have been training none stuff. Not only that he have saved a lot of money to start making the tree house more secretive and bigger, he was able to also make things work around the place thanks to his powers. During training, Hope have taught Izuku that he have more power than he realizes and show how he can use the elements around him to his advantage. He'd been using some of his energy power to power up the tree house and just make it look more like a house by the day. Dream world. Izuku. Hope, I have a question. Hope. Okay child, what is it? Izuku. Can I well this is kinda embarrassing, but can I start calling you mom? Hope, mom. Izuku. Well you see you have taken great care for me and have been there with me during my darker movements. You even gave me more hope than any more I have ever met. Hope. Oh Izuku, of course you can call me mom if you want. I will always be here if you needed me the most, and when the day comes that I am not. I will always keep an eye on you and listen to you. After all, I see you as my own child. Izuku. Thank you, mom. Out of the dream world. He also been taking good care of the 3 eggs, but he did panic when he left some of his feathers in the nest only to come back to see his feathers are gone and the eggs are bigger and more colorful. Dream world. Izuku. Mom, I did something and I don't know what I did. Hope. Oh sweetheart, what happened? Izuku. I left some of my feathers in the nest where the 3 eggs I save are at, and the next day, when I went to check on them, I saw my feathers were gone, and that the eggs have gotten bigger and more colorful. Hope. Oh sweetheart, they're nothing to worry about. You didn't harm them in any way. I think you might have just saved them. Izuku. What? Hope. Those eggs didn't have a chance of life when they lost their mother, but you took them in and have been trying your best to keep them warm. Thank to that they have stay alive longer than they should have. Your feathers fuse with the eggs and have gave them life. Izuku, I saved the eggs? Hope. Yes, you did, but that not all, you also changed them. They're going to hatch into a phoenix. They're going to grow up really fast and will be by your side in ways I cannot. Izuku, so they're going to be okay. Hope. Yes, they're going to be all right. Izuku. Oh, thank the heroes and all their glory. Hope giggles. I also believe they're going to hatch soon too. Izuku, really? That amazing. Wait, I need to think of names, and I have to make their nest much bigger. Oh no, I have so much work to do. Thank you, Hope. I will see you later. By wakes up. Hope. Ah, that child, what am I going to do with you? I just hopes he ready to fly on his own, because soon I going to be forced to leave. I just hope he ready when that day comes. No one POV. The months came and went. Izuku became more powerful and independent. He even have started give stuff away to those who need it. He had brought some yarn and have learned how to knit. He started this because clothes have started becoming more expensive. He then started creating plushies and would give/donate them to children who are in need. He have also grown some confidence in himself and learned that everything that had happened in his past was never his fault. The eggs also ended up hatching too, and Izuku remembered that day clearly. Izuku POV. Flashback. I just came back from work and went to go check on the eggs when I noticed they have started to hatch. I was in shock and was also excited about it. That is when the eggs have started to glow, and then all three of them at once have hatched all on their own, and I noticed the difference right away. I noticed that feathers have started to grow on them, even though they have just hatched. One of the phoenix have fire-like colors like a normal phoenix. They have bright amber-like eyes, and they just seem to stare through my soul. The second one have blue feathers and bright golden eyes. The third and final one have black feathers and bright purple eyes. I learned later on that all of them were females, is that it's rare for a male phoenix to be born. I ended up naming the golden fire phoenix Amber, the blue flame phoenix Ember, and the shadow phoenix Ash. Izuku, welcome to the world Amber, Ember, and Ash. Flashback ends. They have grown up faster than any bird I have ever seen and have even started hunting for themselves. They know their names and are really smart. I also noticed something strange about Mom. Whenever the days passed and the closer UDA exams have come, she have become more nervous and worry. Dream world. Izuku, Mom, what's wrong? Hope. What do you mean? I am completely fine. Izuku. I've noticed how nervous and worried you look as of lately. Is it because you still think I am going to be a hero? I told you, Hope, that I'm not planning to become a hero anymore, and that I am just aiming to just get into 1CK, the education program that they have. Hope. I'm not worried about that. It just I should have told you sooner, but you have been learning really fast, which I am glad for. But at the same time, when the 10 months are up and the exams come, I won't be able to see you again for a long while. Izuku, what? Wait, you're leaving? Hope. I have to, but I will always be here for you when you need me the most. Ember, Amber, and Ash will also be right by your side too. Izuku. What do you mean you have to, Mom? You don't have to leave me. Please don't leave me. That is when I ran up to Hope and gave her a hug, even though she was bigger than me. Izuku. Please don't leave me. I don't want to be alone again, please. I started to feel myself start to cry as I hold them tighter. Hope. Oh, don't cry. Please don't cry. Izuku, listen to me. You're never going to be alone. I promise you that, okay? You're going to a new school, and I know you're going to meet amazing people. Not only that, like I said, Ember, Amber, and Ash will also be right there for you too. I have to leave, because if I don't, I won't be able to be there for my own children. Izuku. Wait, you have children? Hope. Well, yes and no. They haven't been born into this world yet, but soon they will, and I have to be there for them so nothing bad will happen to them. Izuku. I understand. Hope. How about this? We can write letters to each other, so we can always be connected to each other. Izuku. I would like that. Hope. Oh, Izuku, I just hate that I have to leave you. I want to bring you with me so bad, but I also know that if you come with me, you won't be as happy as you already are. Izuku. Mom, will I see you again? Hope. Yes, in the near future, I am sure we will see each other again. After all, goodbyes aren't forever. Izuku. Oh, then goodbye, Hope. I will miss you. Hope. I will miss you too. In a week, the exams are going to happen, and when that happens, I want you to have Ember, Amber, and Ash on the ready if someone get hurt. I know you're not taking the exam, but I heard of people dying at the exam because of how dangerous it is. I don't want innocent lives to be taken from this world when they have so much to live for, all right? Izuku. I understand, but I will also try my best. When it comes down to it, I will own a cabin away from people and live my happy life that I always wanted to. Hope. I know you will. I know. Goodbye, Izuku. I hope to see those letters soon as you get in. Izuku. That is, I do get in. Hope. Oh, Izuku, I know you will get in. You just have to believe. Izuku. Okay, goodbye, Mom. I love you. Hope. I love you too. With that, I woke up to see Amber, and Ash cuddling and hugging me. I couldn't help but burst into tears as I hug all three of them. I know the exams are in a week, and I promised that I would get in and make sure I have my own happy ended. Izuku POV. The week have finally passed, and now it's time for my exams. I haven't seen Hope in that week, but I know that at least she's safe and having her happy life somewhere. Amber, and Ash have been keeping me company during that week and have been protecting me and warning me if I get too close to a villain attack or something. When I entered the school ground, I went to the classroom to where I can take my exam without anyone bugging me. After taking all of the exams, I decided to wait out a little bit while my Phoenix friends keep watch. No one POV. The hero course exam have started. They have started to destroy robots left to right. Amber, and Ash were flying all over the place when both Amber and Ember notice a girl stuck under some rubble. What was worse was that the 0-pointer just came out and was about to crush the girl. That is when both birds decided to step in. Ember went to attack the robot, making it catch into blue flames. She was able to push it back away from the girl, while Amber moved the rocks away from her before helping Ember to attack the robot. After a while, the robot was nothing but Ash, and they worked together to grab the girl and fly her to safety. The girl apologized to the birds for causing trouble and thanked them for saving her. They took her out of danger when the announcer told everyone that the exam was over. They gave the girl to a hero before flying off, not knowing heroes were watching them. Nizu. That was very interesting. Midnight. I wonder who quirk can summon firebirds. All Might. Yeah, they saved that girl like it was nothing. That is a very heroic thing. Nizu. The thing is, that wasn't a quirk. Everyone but Nizu. What? President Mike. So you're telling us that two birds that so happen have a quirk decided to step in and save that girl? Nizu. Yes, it seems so. Eraserhead. Those birds must belong to someone then. They were well trained and knew where to attack, not only that they exactly knew what to do and get the robot away from the girl and checking on her before finishing the job. All Might. Then we must find this person. Midnight. That will be harder than you think. After all, that person could be anyone, and not only that, but they could be a person who wasn't taking the hero course exam at all. Nizu. Well, this is very interesting. It's like a game of guess who, but we have nowhere to start. Very interesting indeed. All Might. What about we talk about the students that passed and stop worrying about these mystery birds and where they came from? Izuku POV. I was walking home after taking the exam, and while walking home it seemed Ash have decided to come with me. Izuku. Hey Ash, where are the others? Ash. Caw. Izuku, you don't know? Ash. Caw. Izuku. So you're telling me that you split off to travel more ground, but you didn't see anything wrong, so you flew back to me, so you can make sure I'm safe? Ash. Caw. Izuku. Well, thank you, that was very sweet of you. That is when the other two decided to show up and have told me what happened. I was happy that they saved someone, but I was also starting to worry that they might start looking for Amber and Ember, or maybe even think that it's part of someone quirk and might look for me. Izuku. Well, we all had a long day, so why don't we all get some ice cream? Amber, and Ash. Caw. Izuku. Sigh, I swear you girls act like children sometimes. Amber. Caw. Izuku. Hey, didn't say it a bad thing. After all, I sometimes act like a child too. Ember. Caw. Izuku. All right, let's go get some ice cream. Izuku POV. It's been a while since we got the exams. I had to put my old address in so the school will think I am still living with my mom. I would go to their mailbox and check every single day to see if my letter have arrived. I also had to be careful as I don't want to run into Inko or Izuki because I don't want to get yelled at and all. I'm still not surprised that they haven't figured out that I haven't been living with them for 10 months. When the letters finally arrived, I just grabbed mine and left. When I opened it, I was shocked to see that I passed, and not only that, but I had perfect scores. Izuku. Oh my gosh, I did it. I did it, Mom, I hope you're proud of me. Look, Amber, and Ash, I did it, I got it. Amber, and Ash. Caw. Izuku. I start next week. Oh, I can't wait, I'm so excited. The next week. I still can't believe I was able to get into my dream school. Even though I'm not in the hero class, I still get to see what UA can offer. I got in and went straight to class to see. I am one of the first ones there. I decided to sit in the back area so I can be away from people and the teacher. I don't know if this school is going to be like my old one, and if it is, I want to be as far away from everyone in the class. After a while, the class had started to fill up. Out of everyone, though, I couldn't help but notice this purple hair boy. He looked like he didn't want to be here, but at the same time, I also recognized those eyes. He liked me. President Mike. All right, class 1, I'm going to be your homeroom teacher for the year. I want everyone one by one to get up, introduce themselves, their quirk, and something they like. With that, one by one, someone went up there and told everyone their name, quirk, and something they like. I really didn't care all too much. After all, I don't really need friends. Then it came the purple hair turn. Shinso. Hi, my name is Shinso Hitoshi, and my quirk is called brainwashing. He then went to go sit down. I notice after he said his quirk, people have started to whisper. I guess it's my turn. Izuku. Hi, my name is Midoriya Izuku, but please call me Izuku. I'm not going to say my quirk because it's really none of your guys' business, and I hate bullies. With that, I went to go sit down in my set, which so happened to be right next to Shinso. After a while, we all were forced to go to a ceremony, and boy was it boring, but lucky today was a half day, so we were able to leave campus after the long ceremony. Izuku mind. Sai, I don't know if I am going to like the school or hate it, but let's find out, shall we? Izuku POV. The next day roll around, and I hated it. The media and press was outside of the UA building yelling and screaming about All Might, which made me realize All Might works here now. While walking up to the building, I was grabbed and was asked a lot of questions. News person, does All Might work here? Media 1, is he a teacher? Media 2, if he a teacher, is he a good one? Things like that, which kinda annoyed me. Izuku, I'm sorry, but I don't know if All Might work here or not. After all, I'm not in the hero course now. If you excuse me, I have class to go to. I was about to leave and walk through the gate when I was grabbed again. Izuku, please don't touch me. I'm part of the education course. News person, wait sir, we still have more questions like how does UA works, and as you have seen, All Might at all. I was really getting annoyed by this point because I'm going to be late. Thankfully, a teacher was there and was able to pull me away from the media. Izuku, thank you, Mr. Eraserhead. Eraserhead, you know who I am? Izuku, well, you're one of my favorite heroes, but I have a question. What is all that about? Eraserhead, I'm not 100% sure myself. Izuku, Sai, well, I better get going. Also, if you find out whoever told the media that All Might is here, please tell me, because I am going to strangle them. Eraserhead, smirks, you don't like the attention? Izuku, oh gosh, I hated it. I hate people, Mr. Eraserhead. Well, I better get going, or else I might get yelled at by President Mike for being late, so bye. With that, I ran into the building and took my sit. It seemed I wasn't the only one that had problems with the press and media, because there were people who were late. After that, lunch came around, and boy am I hungry. When I walk out, I saw 2 kids from our class teasing the purple hair kid, which I believe his name is Shinso. Bully 1, you really think you can be a hero with that quirk? Bully 2, still can't believe they let a future villain here. Izuku, HEY, if you two don't leave that kid alone, I am going to go to the teacher, and we all know UA takes bullying and quirk discrimination very serious now, scram. With that, the 2 boys ran away, leaving Shinso on the floor. I walk up to him to give him a hand, but he got up on his own. Izuku, wait, before you go, I want to tell you that I believe you can be a hero with your quirk. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, alright? Shinso, wait, you think I can be a hero? Izuku, yes, look, I know it will get hard from here with a quirk like yours, but don't let them kick you down. You have to keep giving up to follow your dream, alright? Shinso, thank you, Midoriya, right? Izuku, please call me Izuku, I hate my last name. Shinso, oh, then you can. I'm sorry, I'm not good with people. Izuku, it's okay, I'm not good with people either. How about I walk you to lunch? Shinso, thanks, I would like that. We got to lunch and got our food, then sit on the far side table away from people. We were eating in silence when I noticed a blue-hair boy walking to the fence. I didn't have a good feeling about this, and soon enough, as soon as he touched the fence, it was gone. The media and press just ran in, and the alarms started going off. I turned to Shinso and saw how freaked out he was, and he was covering his ear. I just ended up pulling out my headphones and putting them on him. I also made him listen to some of my music before letting out a screech, which got everyone's attention. Izuku, well, you all just shut up. It's the press and media. They got through the fence somehow, so everyone calm down and go back to eating your food. I just sit back down with Shinso looking at me. My headphones were around his neck. Izuku, sorry if I scared you. It just I saw how uncomfortable you were, and everyone panicking over nothing was driving me insane. I mean, some of these people are going to be our future heroes. Shinso, yeah, I see what you mean. I went back to eating, but of course that is when they had to show up. Katsuki, Deku? Izuku POV. Katsuki, Deku? Izuku mind. Well, here we go. Izuku. Hi Katsuki, how your day going? Katsuki, what did you just call me? Izuku. Katsuki, that is your name after all. Wait, do you want me to start calling you Bakuga now? Izuki. I thought we told you to not even try to get into UA. How did you even get in? Izuku. I took the test just like you, but if it make you feel better, I'm not in the hero course. I'm in the general education course. Katsuki. I knew you couldn't be in the hero course, Deku. After all, who in the hell would let a quirkless Deku like yourself to be a hero? Izuku. Well, joke's on you, I don't want to be a hero anymore. After all, most heroes in the world are just stuck-up jerks who only care about money and fame, just like you guys are. Izuki, what? We are not like that. Izuku. Oh yes, you are. After all, you bully me because you guys just want attention from everyone around you. You made others bully me too, just because you guys believe I can't be a hero. Katsuki, because you can't, you stupid idiot. You're just going to end up being in the way. Izuku. Well, I'm not going to be a hero, so there. Katsuki. Good, because you never will be a hero. Izuku mumbles. Unless I have a reason, to which I don't. Izuki. How did you get in this school in the first place? Mom, and I didn't even see a letter from UA for you. Izuku. That because I check on the mail before you did. Izuki. And you didn't tell anyone. Izuku. Of course I didn't tell anyone who would even listen to me. Izuki. What is that under your eyes? Izuku. Oh, these are my marking. Do you like them? Katsuki. Wait, you got tattoos under your eyes, man, that must have hurt a lot. Laugh. Izuki. What up with your hair? It's so long. I think you need a haircut. Izuku. No, I don't. I like my hair long because I get to braid it anytime I want, so there. Katsuki. Why, you little Shinso. Are you guys done? Because Izuku and I have places to be. Katsuki. Who the F are you? Shinso. Oh, no one important for someone like you to know. Izuki. What did you just say? Shinso. What? Do you want me to talk slower so your brains can catch up? Izuki. Why you? I just ended up grabbing Shinso, and we just got out of there. Izuki and Katsuki try to follow us, but we were able to get away. Shinso. So who were they and why are they calling you quirkless? Also, why did one almost look exactly like you? Izuku. Sigh, that my friend is my best friend and twin brother. They bully me because I used to not have a quirk. Shinso. You said used to, so you have a quirk now? Izuku. It's more complicated than that. My quirk didn't come to me until 10 months ago. Apparently I had a quirk this whole time, but it can only be activated when something bad really happened, which it did. I shouldn't even have this quirk, but I do. Shinso. If you don't mind me asking, what is this horrible thing that happened? Izuku. I'd rather not talk about it. Let's just head back to class. Alright, lunch is almost over, and I just want this day to end. Shinso. Alright, lead the way. Izuku POV. After school ended, I went home and went to lay down on my bed. Izuku mind. I can't believe I ran into them again. I just hope that Izuki doesn't start looking for me in tattoos. Really? I mean, sure, they could look like tattoos, but that would mean Hawk's marking would look like tattoos too. Wonder how many ask if his marking under his eyes are tattoos. Anyways, I ended up going to bed as school have just started for me, and I know that things would either get better or worse. Time passed. Days have started to pass faster than anyone could hope. I am one of the top people in my class, and it seemed that President Mike is impressed. Shinso and I have also started becoming really close. He really wants to be a hero, but I knew if anyone doesn't have his back, it will be harder. I also been thinking is I should try to become a hero with Shinso. That way Shinso wouldn't have to be alone, and I get to piss off Bakugo and Izuki more. There are some downsides though. I would have to show people I have a quirk. Most likely my mom will try to get her way back in my life, and no telling how many people would be bugging me about it. Izuku mind. Sigh, one step of a time, Izuku, one step of a time. Time passed. The next day roll around, and I have been starting to feel sick. It wasn't the cold kind either, it was the kind that something really bad is going to happen kind. I tried to ignore it, but it started to get worse. Izuku. Ash, can you come here please? Ash, ka. Izuku. I want you to watch over the hero course for me please. Ash, ka. Izuku. The reason why is because I have a really bad feeling that something is going to happen and it won't end well. Ash, ka. Izuku. Thank you. I ended up heading to school, while Ash went flying off Amber, and Ember ended up staying with me to keep an eye on me. I guess they're worried that I might do something. Shinso, Izuku, you okay? Izuku, Oh yeah, I'm fine, it's just that I've been thinking is all. Shinso. Oh, what have you been thinking about? Izuku. Well, I've been thinking about being a hero with you. Shinso. You want to be a hero with me, but I thought you hated heroes? Izuku. I do, and there is a huge reason for that. But at the same time, I don't want you doing it alone, and beside this can really piss off Bakugo and Izuki more. Shinso. But wouldn't this make you have to use your quirk? I thought you hated your quirk. Izuku. I don't hate it. It just I wasn't supposed to have it is all. I love my quirk, don't get me wrong, but I just hate using it in front of others. Shinso, may I ask why? Izuku. My quirk is a really rare one as I haven't seen anyone other than my adopted mother have it. If people find out I have it, they could use me. Rather that for their own selfish game or not. I hate feeling trapped and useless, Shinso. Shinso. Yeah, I know how you feel about feeling trapped and useless because of people, but are you really sure you want to be a hero? Izuku. Yes, as long as you're there by my side, I would love to be a hero with you. Now my question for you is, what type of hero do you want to be? Shinso. Wait, there are different types of heroes. Izuku. Yes, there is. I can tell you about them if you want. Shinso. I would like that. No one POV. While class started for Izuku and Shinso, all of 1A class went on a field trip to USJ where they were attacked by villains. Ash was able to help Aweza. He was on the ground stained and bruised and was held down by a Nomu bird creature. Ash came in and let out a shadow screech which pushed the Nomu back and away from Aweza. Shigaraki, what is this? I didn't know UA had their own mini-boss. Nomu finished that bird. Ash was able to become a shadow which made the Nomu who was going to grab her go right through her. She then formed and let out another screech which pushed the Nomu back. Aweza was in shock and amazed. He wondered where this bird came from, then remember the two birds that came out of nowhere and saved Uraraka life. He wonders if they're connected in some way. As Aweza tried his best to get up, the Nomu just ended up stepping on him. Ash didn't like that, so he let out a shadow thunderbolt and stabbed right through the Nomu which made it push back farther. Shigaraki. Laugh, you really think that would take down my Nomu? Man, I guess I was wrong, you're not a mini-boss, but just an instinct waiting to be squashed. Ash just ended up letting out a huge screech before attacking and hitting the Nomu with its beak. The Nomu wasn't fast enough to grab the bird, but as soon as the bird flew off, the Nomu let out a huge scream of pain as it just ripped off his hand. His hand just turned to ash, but then his arm started turning black. Before anyone knew it, the Nomu disappeared. Shigaraki wasn't happy about it and yelled at Ash about cheating, but that is when All Might and the heroes show up. Hirojiri ended opening a portal and had took Shigaraki away before he got hurt. Ash ended up dipping as she did not feel comfortable having the person who crushed Izuku dream here and literally having someone who is crazy smart that could maybe understand her. Needs a mind. This just got even more interesting. Izuku POV. After the events at the USJ, Shinso seemed upset more than anything, which make me worry away. Not only that, but our teacher President Mike was also worried about something. Makes me wonder if they're worried about the same thing. Izuku. Shinso, you okay? Shinso, no. Not really, one of my dads are in the hospital. Izuku. I'm sorry to hear that, but did you just say one of your dads? Does that mean you have two dads? Shinso. Yes, do you have a problem with it? Izuku, what? No, if you haven't realized, I'm bisexual, and I think it's cool that you have two dads that love and care about you while my real mom didn't really care about me. Shinso, wait, what? First of all, I didn't know you were bi. I thought you were straight, and second of all, what do you mean your real mom doesn't care about you? Izuku. Well, you see, my real mom, who I don't even see as a mom, didn't really take care of me, and because of that I had to take care of myself. She was off teaching and training Izuki. It doesn't really bother me anymore. Shinso. I'm sorry to hear that. Izuku. It's okay, Shinso, you didn't know. Shinso. Hitoshi, you can call me Hitoshi. Izuku. Okay, Toshi. Shinso, Toshi? Izuku. Well, yeah, I wanted to give you a nickname for a while now, but I didn't want to be rude, so I... Shinso. No, it's fine, but that would mean I get to call you Izu from now on. Izuku. Oh, thank you, Toshi. No one have ever gave me a good nickname before, well, other than some cruel names. Shinso. I get it, no one have ever gave me a nice nickname before either, but wait, that just reminds me, are you sure you want to be a hero? Izuku. Yes, I'm sure, and I want you to train with me. I want both of us to get into the hero course together. Shinso. Okay, we will be heroes together then. Izuku. You together. No one POV. The sport festival is coming up. Shinso and Izuku have been training non-stop together. They both grew strong together and even started getting to know each other better, and then the day have arrived. Izuku POV. Shinso and I were walking to the area and saw that Class 1A were being mocked and belittled by Class 1B, saying that they must be all that because they survived a villain attack or whatever. Shinso and I just look at each other before rolling our eyes and trying to stay far away from them as much as possible, but it seemed Faith hate me for some reason. Katsuki, Deku? Izuki, what are you two doing here? This place is for heroes only and not people from the education course. Izuka mind. Sai, here we go. Shinso, isn't it obvious? We are here to become heroes together. Katsuki, Deku a hero? I'm sorry for whatever you're thinking, but they don't let someone quirkless to be a hero. Izuki, besides, didn't you say you didn't want to be a hero? Why did you change your mind? Is it because of this wannabe hero right here? Izuku, it's none or your business on my I change your mind, but let it be known you're going down. Katsuki, oh, you think a quirkless nothing like yourself can beat us, then you must be delusional or something. Laugh. That is when the announcements came in places as people have started doing their speeches. Then the first event had started. It was a racing event. Shinso and I gave each other good picks before starting out in different areas. When they said go, we are off. People have started using their quirks left to right, but I just tried to avoid the robots, and it was really easy. Then the landmine happened. I saw some of the students being hit by landmines and being flung away from other places, and it gave me a great idea. While everyone was running right past me, I was able to find a broken robot part and use it to gather a small pile of the mines before jumping right on top of them with the broken robot part right under me. I ended up flying forward and pasting Bakugu and some other 1A kid that have an ice quirk of some sort. They did not look happy to see me flying right over them in great speed. They just ended up going faster to try and catch up to me. I was losing speed fast and knew I had to get this one jump right or else it won't work. As soon as I knew Bakugu and the other 1A student were in the right spot, I landing on them and threw my broken robot part on the floor, making a huge explosion. This explosion pushed me forward and pushed them back. I just then started running while both 1A students were on my tail, and before you even know it, I won the first round. Then the second round happened, and boy did I have an issue with that. Since I was first place, I got 1,000 points, and it seemed people don't want to team with me because of it. Izuku, Sai, hey Toshi, do you want to be partners? Shinso, sure, and I know who could be your third person. That is when he showed me a girl with pink hair and gadgets on her. Shinso, hey Mei, it's been a while, do you want to be our third person? Mei, Shinso, hey, yes, sure, I would love to be your third person, but we need a fourth one. That is when I notice a kid with a bird face alone with no one around him. Izuku, hey do you want to be partners? Tokoyami, sure, my name is Tokoyami Fumikage, and this is Dark Shadow. Izuku, wow, well, hello Tokoyami and Dark Shadow, my name is Izuku. I don't like using my last name as it brings back some bad memories. Tokoyami, I see, well, we better get going to our team because it's going to start soon. Izuku, oh yeah, you're right. The second match had started to happen and I had a plan. I ended up grabbing my headband and threw it on the floor. While everyone was fighting over who can get the headband, my team, and I had started stealing other people's points. When the round ended, we all ended up getting third place. Mei had ended up leaving as they had too many people for the final round, but she did tell us that she had fun. The final round was going to start soon, and I knew that this was the time I will get to shine. Izuku POV. The final round had came for all of us. Those who have passed will have to fight one-on-one with someone, and whoever wins that fight will go on to the next round of fighting. Shinso and I went to go see who we are fighting, and I was kind of sad that Shinso will have to fight Izuki while I have to fight a kid called Todoroki, which I think is the guy who got third place on the first round and first place on the second round. I also learned that ice isn't his only power. He could also use fire too, but for some reason, he doesn't use it at all. Shinso, well, I guess I'm up. Izuku, make sure you give Izuki no mercy. After all, I want to fight you to see how strong you have gone. Shinso, I will try my best, Izuku. With that, their round began. Shinso used his brainwashing quirk on him and was about to win when Izuki broke out of it. He then went to attack Shinso, but Shinso dodged it and went for attack on his neck. I knew Shinso just wanted to knock him out, but he just ended up using his telekinesis quirk and push him into a wall hard to the point the wall broke around him. Izuki ended up winning that fight, but what I saw scared me. Shinso was badly hurt, as it seemed his back took most of the hit. He was lucky that he didn't become paralyzed. Shinso, Zuzu? You there? Izuku. Yes, I'm here. Toshi, are you alright? Shinso. I'm okay, just a little sore. Izuku. Oh, Shinso, I'm so sorry you had to fight him of all people. Shinso. It's alright, it could have been worse. Izuku, after my fight, I'm going to take you out to a great cat cafe that I know of. Shinso, are you asking me out? Izuku, if you want, then yes, I am asking you out on a date. Shinso, then I will be there, just promise me you will kick a little, but before you drop out. Izuku, oh, believe me when I say this, I have some work to do before I can even drop out. Shinso, Zuzu, just be careful, okay? Izuku, okay, I promise. With that, I walked to my area where I ran into Todoroki. Izuku, just the guy I wanted to talk to. I have a question for you, Todoroki. Todoroki, okay, make it quick. Izuku, why don't you use your fire half? If it because you can't handle it, or is it because of something else? Todoroki, Silookum. Izuku, Izuku, just call me Izuku, I hate my last name. Todoroki, okay, Izuku, have you ever heard of a quirk marriage before? Izuku, yes, I have, and they're highly illegal. Todoroki, well, my father forced my mother to marry her, so he can create his tool to become number one. When I came into the world and had gotten my quirk, he would train me non-stop to the point it hurt. He even ended up putting my mom into a mental hospital. I hate that man with all of my life, and that's why I refuse to use his quirk. I will only win this by using my mom quirk and nothing else. With that, he walked away. I can't believe it. I can't believe that he had to go through that, but I couldn't feel bad for him. He needs to know that this is his quirk and know his father's. I ended up walking around for a little bit to cool my head when I ran into someone I didn't want to see. It was Endeavor, aka Todoroki father. Izuku mind. Oh great. I tried to walk away from him, but he saw me before I even had the chance. Endeavor, so you're my son next challenger. To be honest, he might be able to beat you. Izuku mind. Yeah, because that's the plan. Izuku, look, Mr. Endeavor, you're a man that might have a very busy schedule and my match is about to start soon, so I have to go. With that, I walk away before he could get another word in. Then my match had started. I was able to dodge Todoroki ice without no problem, but I notice how tired he looks, and it's seen he about to get frostbite if he nor careful. Izuku, come on, if you don't ended up using your fire, you're going to lose, and even get frostbite. Todoroki, no, I refuse to use his quirk. Izuku, it's not his quirk. It's yours, and if you're not going to use it, then I might have to start getting serious just to show you by not using your full power, you're just going to end up hurting yourself and maybe others in the near future. With that, I let out a huge screech which got everyone's attention. That is when Amber, Ember, and Ash appear. They also let out a screech before their bodies catch on fire, and they flew downwards. The birds then catch the circle around us on fire before flying off. I knew the only way for Todoroki to start using his power if I show how serious this world can be. That is when my marks started glowing green, and before I even knew it, I had my fire wings and tail out with feathers flying all over the place. I let out another screech before going in for an attack on Todoroki. He tried to block me by his ice, but the ice melt before they can form incorrectly. I grabbed Todoroki by the collar and threw him close to the colorful flames around us. Izuku, villains don't care if you use your power to their full intentional or not. You will just end up getting other people hurt if you keep this up. You wanted to be a hero, right? Because you're not acting like one. With that, I flew in the sky, which is giant phoenix form around me, and the feathers that I left around had started flying in the air. This fight might as well be over. At it, take one move to end it all. Izuku, Todoroki, this is your quirk. It isn't your mother's, it isn't your father's, it's yours. If you want to start acting like a hero, then start now. With that, Todoroki had activated his fire side with tears in his eyes. I smile at him as the phoenix behind me disappeared and the feathers around him turn into ash. Izuku, let's do this. Todoroki, one-on-one, only one person can win today. Todoroki, then let's do it. I ended up putting myself on fire as a phoenix form around me as Todoroki came at me with both of his fire and ice. No one knew what happened after that as steam took over the area, but as soon as it cleared, it showed me on the other side of the circle and Todoroki as the winner. No one POV. Everyone was in shock about the fight that just happened. The teachers knew that Izuku could have easily won, but for some reason, he gave the win to Todoroki. Endeavor was proud that Todoroki ended up using his flames as everyone else was just shocked that Izuku had a quirk. The teacher have looked into Izuku file, and it said that he was quirkless, but at the same time he sent in that he did have a quirk, and sure enough, here it is. Uraraka and Aweza recognized the birds that were landing on Izuku as the ones that saved their lives. President Mike. Well then, folks, that was an amazing round for everyone's stake. Anyways, let's head on to the next round, everyone. Izuku POV. I walk into the area where I said I would meet Shinso after my fight, and sure enough, I was tackled into a hug. My wings wrap around him softly, as I didn't want to hurt him more than he already was. Shinso, you were amazing, Izu. Is this the quirk you were talking about? Izuku, you got me. I guess since I know about your quirk, I guess you can know a little about my quirk. My quirk is called Phoenix Guardian. My quirk can only appear when something deadly happened to the user. Shinso, wait, deadly, does that mean you? Izuku, I really don't want to talk about that right now, especially with people around us, but I promise I will tell you my whole story someday. Shinso, okay, now let's go to that cat cafe you promised you would take me. Izuku, laugh, you sure? I will lead the way. While walking out I ran into two people I really didn't want to talk to, especially now they know I have a quirk. Katsuki, Deku, this whole time you had a quirk and you didn't tell us. Why? Is it because we aren't good enough for you or something? Izuki, you could have told us and things could have been a lot different. Mom and I could help train you and you could have been one of us. Izuku, why would I want anything to do with you two? You two made my life hell, so why will I crawl my way back to your guys' life after I got my quirk? Katsuki, because we care, friends, idiot. Izuku, I'm being the idiot here? What about when you told me to unalive myself? Or when you blamed stuff on me so I could get in trouble when I didn't even do anything? Shinso, I think we had enough of your guys' nonsense. Izuku and I have places to be, so move aside. Izuki, or what? Don't forget I won our fight, and this doesn't even concern you. Shinso, yes it does. Katsuki, and why is that? Shinso, because Izuku is my boyfriend. I couldn't help but blush hard when he said that. I knew I had a crush on him for some time, but I didn't even take him on a proper date yet. I hope we aren't moving fast. Izuki, what? Boyfriend, I didn't know you were gay. Izuku, because I'm not gay, I'm bisexual. You got a problem with that? Katsuki, what, of course not, but why are you with him? You could do so much better. Izuku, I love him now, if you excuse me. Before they could do anything else, Ember, and Ash grab and push them out of the way as well, walked to the cafe. They tried to follow us, but my Phoenix friends made sure they didn't. When we got there, we ordered our drinks and talked for a long while until it started to get dark. I ended up walking Shinso home before heading to the woods where my tree house was. Izuku, mind. I hope that this won't cause too much issues now that the world knows that I have a quirk. Izuku POV. The next day came, and I was in my classroom leaning somethings when an announcement came through. Nizu, can I have Midoriya Izuku please come to the front office? Midoriya Izuku, please come to the front office. I turned to Shinso and gave him a nervous look as he also looked worried about why I was being called. When I went into Nizu's office, I saw someone I never wanted to see. I saw Nizu, Aweza, a detective, Tsukachi, Izuki, and Inko, aka my ex-mother. Inko, Izuka baby, I was so worried. You didn't come home last night, and I thought something bad happened to you. She tried to hug me, but I moved away and let out a small growl which got everyone's attention. Izuku, what are you doing here? Izuki, our mom was worried about you. Izuku, she is not my mom. Inko, what do you mean, sweetie? Of course I'm your mother. Izuku, no you're not, you haven't been my mother when Izuki got his quirk and I didn't. You ignore me for years, and now since I have a quirk you want me back in your guys' lives. Well, not going to happen. Aweza, what is he talking about? Inko, I don't know, sweetie, I always took care of you. Izuku, no you haven't, you never cared about me. Izuki, yes she did, she is her mother. Izuku, oh really, then tell me, where have I been for the past 11 months, huh? Where have I been? Inko, you been in your room, sweetie. Izuku, no I haven't lived with you guys for 11 months now, and you know what, I am doing great by myself. You never raised me, and now since I have a powerful quirk, you just want to crawl into my life. Aweza, Mrs. Midoriya, is this true? Inko, what? No, of course it's not true. Izuku, really, then when is the last time we hang out as a family? Inko, well you were I can't remember. Izuku, that because you only care about Izuki and not me. With that I got up and went to walk out, but was grabbed by a scarf. Izuku, look, I'm not in the mood for this, Mr. Aweza, so let me go. Detective Tsukachi, Izuku, we have some questions that you need to answer. I just ended up turning my hand into claws and cutting clean through Aweza's scarf, shocking everyone. I then walk out of the room. It seemed to be lunchtime, so I went to the lunchroom, but when I entered the area it seemed everyone had followed me. Inko, Izuku, please calm down. Izuku, calm down. Calm down. You have a lot of nerves to try and walk back into my life after you left me alone for so long. I had to grow up fast or else I wouldn't have even survived, and now since I have this quirk you want to pay attention to me now. Inko, now you listen here, you are my son, and you're coming home with me that final. Ahe then grabbed my arm, but before I could do anything my hero appear and grab her arm, making her let go of me. Inko, let go of me. Shinso, what is the problem here? Inko, nothing wrong here, so stay out of this. This is a family problem. Shinso, a family problem? You come here in our school, make a scene, grab my boyfriend, then tell me it's not my problem. Now I don't know who you are, lady, but don't touch my boyfriend again. Inko, boyfriend? My son isn't gay. Shinso. Oh, so you're the horrible mother who play favorites. Inko, what? Detective Tsukachi. Mrs. Midoriya, that enough, you will have to come with me. Inko, what do you know who I am? I used to be Green Tronet. Detective Tsukachi. Yes, I know, but your hero days are behind you when you took a long break, so you can raise your sons, or should I say son, because it seems that you haven't been taking care of Izuku here. Inko, what? Of course I am, he just lying like he was when he was a kid. Detective Tsukachi. Oh, believe me, your kid isn't lying, but you are. With that, Detective Tsukachi took Inko away in handcuffs. People were looking at me and whispering, which made me uncomfortable. Izuki ended up following the detective, telling him lying and trying to get our mom out of handcuffs. Aweza, Nizu and I still need to talk to you. Shinso, then I'm coming with. Izuku looking like he about to have a panic attack if he goes back into that room alone. Aweza, alright, follow me. With that, Shinso grabbed my hand and took me to the main office where I was asked a lot of questions. I answer them with the best of my ability, but I won't answer anything to do with my past, as I'm not really ready to talk about it. After a while they send me out, and I just hug Shinso, and I cry into his shoulder. Izuku POV. I couldn't take it, and just hug and cry on Shinso. I knew that I won't be able to live on my own anymore, because I'm a minor, but at the same time I don't want to go to foster care, and I have heard horrible stories from people who were in the system. Shinso, Aizu, everything is going to turn out okay, I promise. Izuku, how can you be so sure, Toshi? I'm sure I'm going to be put into the system, and I heard stories of how horrible the system is. People are just going to use me for money and my quirk. They won't care about who I am or what I want to do. That is when Aweza had decided to come out of the office to see me crying. Aweza, should I ask? Shinso, Sai scared that he won't be able to live on his own anymore, and since he a minor, he going to be put into foster care. He doesn't want to go into the system. Aweza, well, you're in luck. Izuku, why don't you stay at UA? Izuku, what? Aweza, there are dorms here at UA, you can stay there until you graduate and can live on your own. Izuku, but I thought the dorms are only for people who are in the hero course, and last time I checked I'm not in the hero course. Aweza, well, now you are. You're going to be put into my class, and sadly you don't have a choice. The hero community have threatened Nizu about you not being a hero. They said that as soon as you're out of school and you're not a hero, they will take you away. Izuku, what? Shinso, that not fair. He only wanted to be a hero because of me. Since I didn't pass the sport festival, I won't be able to enter the hero course. Aweza, that's why we are all working on it. We are going to put both of you in class 1A. Shinso, that means we can be heroes. Izuku, we can be heroes together. This is amazing. Izuku, it is. Thank you, Aweza. Few days later, I started moving into class 1A dorm room after getting my stuff. Some of the heroes had to take me to where I lived, so I lead them to the forest. I didn't show them where the tree house is though, as I can use it as a hideout if I need to when the hero community try and control me thanks to having a powerful quirk. Shinso and I were neighbors as our dorm rooms were right next to each other. Not only that though, we got internships by heroes. Shinso got an internship from Aweza while I got a few of them. I ended up choosing Hawks to internship with, even though I have a feeling that he might not teach me anything. Shinso, so I'm going to get an internship with Aweza. What about you? Izuku, I'm going to get an internship with Hawks, even though I have a weird feeling he might not teach me much. Hey Toshi, I've been wanting to tell you something for a while now. Shinso, and what will that be? Izuku, my life story. I think I'm finally ready to tell you. Shinso, Ozuzu, you don't have to tell me anything. Izuku, but I want to. Shinso, Sai, alright, but only because you want to. If you don't want to talk about it anymore, you can stop, and I will understand, alright? Izuku, okay. Just where do I even begin? Shinso, let's start from the beginning. Izuku, deep breath. Well, it all started when I turned out to be quirkless. My family were really close to one another, but after I was told I was quirkless, they just left me. The two closets people who I saw were my brothers, just left and bully me only because I wanted to be a hero. I told my mom about the bullying, but my brother would just lie to her, and soon enough she stopped believing me. Shinso Izuku. Izuku, that not all. When my brother Quirk finally came in, our mom have just completely ignored me. I had to find people who can hire me for money so I can get food in my stomach. When our birthday come around, my brother get to keep all of the gifts while I get nothing. It was horrible, but the school was just the worst. I would get bullied left to right by everyone. Even the teachers hated me. Then the day came where I got my quirk. Shinso, wait, the day you got your quirk, but you told me something horrible had happened for you to get that quirk. Izuku, that my friend is true. It was the worst day of my life too. It started like every other day with the bullying and stuff when my ex-best friend decided to suicide bait me. Then while walking home, I got attacked by a villain. I was so sure I was going to die that day, but All Might show up and save the day. I ended up grabbing him while he was jumping off as I had a question for him. He ended up landing on a roof, and I asked my question. You see, I look up to All Might my whole life, and I just needed one person to believe in me, just one person. Shinso, what was the question? Izuku, can a quirkless person become a hero? Shinso, what did he said? I started crying at this point as it was too much to handle. Shinso pulled me into a hug and try his best to comfort me. Izuku, he said no. He said that I would be in every one way before taking off, and at that point I was done. I looked up to the sky and saw a shooting star and decided to make a wish before jumping to my death. Shinso, you what? Izuku, una living yourself, if never the answer. Izuku, I know, but I was just done with life at that point, but when I woke up on the cement I was in so much pain then I realized I got a quirk. Apparently, I needed to die in any other way than natural causes for my quirk to activate. Shinso, oh Izuku, is the reason why you hide it from everyone was because they would have start treating you differently. Izuku, yes, you saw what happened right after the sport festival. Now I don't even know who would want me, my true friend. I don't want people using me. I hate being used and looked down on for years. I'm just done. Shinso, I know. Shoo. It took a while, but I was able to stop crying. I look up at Shinso as he gave me a huge smile. Shinso, you know my life wasn't all easy either. People hated me because I had a villain quirk, and when I went into the foster system, the people who took care of me hated me. They would abuse and even put a muzzle on me. It wasn't until I met my two dads for every to change. Izuku, how did you more past the pain? Shinso, I didn't. It will always be there, but you can learn how to move past it. I had my dad's help and now I will help you. Izuku, thank you Toshi, you're the best boyfriend a guy can ask for. What the two didn't know was that someone else were listening to their conversation, and boy will they have a strong conversation with All Might about hurting his son boyfriend. Izuku POV. The day come for our internships. I kissed my boyfriend goodbye before heading off with Tokoimi. I also told Ember and Ash to watch over Ida as I have been getting a horrible feeling that he up to no good. I heard that his brother is in the hospital thanks someone called Stain, but he goes by the hero killer. I don't talk to Ida that much, but I saw how my brother talks to him, and I don't want something bad to happen to him. I have a feeling that he might go after the hero killer, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Shinso POV. I've been training with my dad, aka Aweza, when he told me to take a break and made me sit down. Aweza, I need to talk to you about something. Shinso. Okay dad, what is it? Are you and Papa Mike going to get me another sibling? Aweza, what? No. Why did you think we were going to adopt another kid? Shinso. Because Papa Mike keep talking about getting another kid. Aweza, so I know we aren't getting another kid and no, that was not the reason why I wanted to talk to you. Shinso, okay? What is the reason? Aweza, I overheard you and Izuku talking that day. Shinso, wait, you heard everything? Aweza, yes, and I will be talking to All Might about this also. I think the kid need therapy, so I might talk to Hound Dog as well. Shinso, dad, you can. Izuku don't want help. He's been on his own for so long that he doesn't trust people that much anymore. He didn't even want to be a hero until we decide to become heroes together, and even then, he wants to be an underground hero. Aweza, Sai, I know it will be hard, but he needs help. Shinso, that what you think, but you can't help someone who doesn't want to be helped, so please just drop it. Aweza, fine, I will drop it for now, but if he gets worse, I'm going to have no choice but to help him. Shinso, okay, thank you. Aweza, also, when were you going to tell your father and I that you have a boyfriend? Shinso, Well, we just started dating a few weeks ago, so I was going to tell you soon it just that life got into the way and trying to get into the hero course and... Aweza, kid, I'm not mad. I'm happy that you were able to find love, just glad it isn't a loud blonde is all. Shinso, wait, really? You're not mad? Aweza, nope, but you're going to have to tell President Mike that you have a boyfriend because I really don't want to deal with him. Shinso, do I have to? You know he's just going to ask like a million questions, right? Aweza, well, take it as your punishment for not telling me sooner. Now come on, your break is over and it's time to train. Izuku POV. Having an internship with Hawks isn't as bad as I thought it would be. I did feel bad for the people who can't catch up to us though. As it turned out, I was faster than Hawks and was able to take down more bad guys than him. Hawks was amazed and even tried to train me, but I knew everything about my quirk thanks to Mom, which make me wonder when I am going to see her again, as she told me that we will meet again. No one POV. Ida did ended up going after the hero killer and almost died if it wasn't for Ember and Ash being there. They were able to stop the hero killer and even trap him when Endeavor came and pretty much took the credit. Ember and Ash were not happy about that and almost attacked Endeavor, but knew if they did they would most likely get their master in trouble, so they decided to do something else. They found what car he was driving in and had decided to poop on it before lying away. Of course, Endeavor was mad, but lucky his car was fireproof. Izuku POV. Time seemed to pass when you're having fun, but really, I wasn't having fun at all. Ida ended up finding and thanking me for the help even though it was my birds who did the job and not me. He ended up trying to be my friend, or at least we became friends. I really don't trust him since he likes hanging out with my brother a lot, and I try my best to stay far away from him. Shinso and I went on a few more dates before he took me to his parents' place, and boy was I not ready. His parents turned out to be Eraserhead and President Mike. I was also given the talk before ask a million of questions by President Mike. In all honesty, I haven't been that happy in years. Then the hero exam came up. Shinso and I turned out to be partners and had to fight both Eraserhead and President Mike. We were able to win thanks to our teamwork and to my birds. Then we were forced to go to summer camp even though we passed the test. I find it funny that I was able to pass while my ex-brother and ex-best friend didn't. We got there and sure enough it was a trap. Everyone tried to run to the bus only for the cliff to collapse under us. I grabbed Shinso and just ended up flying. Izuku, you really think that was going to work on me? Come on, Aweza, you know me better than this. Shinso, also, are you trying to kill us or something? Aweza, you were going to be fine. Izuku, sure. So can we take a ride with you guys, or do you want me to meet you there? Mandalay, I like this one. Aweza, you're supposed to be training with the rest. Shinso, so we can't drive with you guys. Aweza, yes. Izuku, fine, see you guys there then. With that I flew off until we got to the camping site before anyone else. We got to have first dates on some things too. When the heroes got there they saw Shinso playing with my hair as I was trying to fall asleep on his lap. Mandalay, seem you got here with no problem. Izuku, look like you guys are finally here. Aweza, still can't believe you left everyone there to deal with the robots. Shinso, that not true. Izuku did take some out when we got here. Izuku, that also remind me who the kid? Mandalay, oh, this is my nephew Koda. Say hi, Koda. Koda. Izuku, Koda? How well, it's nice to meet you. I walk up to him and fave him my hand, but he tried to kick me where the light doesn't shine, so I move out of the way. Izuku, I think I remember you now, or at least I remember your parents. Koda, shut up, you don't know anything. He then ran off. That is when the others arrived and got everything set up. I ended up bringing food to Koda, but he didn't take it. Izuku, so look kid, I don't know your parents, and I bet people tell you that they were amazing heroes and all of that. Koda, they were everything to me, and now they're gone. They only cared about their hero work and not me. Izuku, that not true, but I won't know anything about good parents as mine just left me on my own for so long. Koda, if you don't mind me asking what happened? Izuku, well, my quirk came in really late, and because of that people thought I was quirkless. I bet you heard how horrible the world is out there for people who are quirkless, and I got to get first-hand experience. I didn't trust anyone. I didn't even trust heroes, but I learned that there aren't horrible people out there, and there are people who care. Koda, does the pain ever go away? Izuku, no it doesn't, but it does get better. I'm going to go now, but if you ever need to talk, I'm here for you. With that I left. When I got to where I would be sleeping, I pulled Shinso in bed with me, and we cuddled the whole night. Then the villain attack happened, and they took both Shinso and Bakugu. I almost went full monster just to find my boyfriend, but my bird friends did help me calm down. When I was able to find Shinso, I got him away from the villains, as All Might had his final battle with All for One. I ended up helping a little bit to make sure he won't be able to hurt others again, as I don't want innocent lives to be taken. After that, life became good again. I was able to see Hope again, and it turned out she had triplets, 2 girls and 1 boy. The girls' names were Hope Jr. and Faith, while the boy name is Light. She also told me about her ex-husband. Apparently, when it turned out that she was pregnant with a boy, the husband wanted to name the 2 girls Hope and Hopeful, while the boy was going to be named Hopelessly. Then her husband tried to take her life, but she was able to get away from him. He is in jail now thanks to police. Ember, and Ash ended up having families on their own. As for Shinso and I, we both got married after night school. We became underground heroes, even though the Hero Commission have tried multiple times to control me and my life, and the best part is that we both are expecting to adopt a child soon, which I can't wait for, as I always want to give someone new meaning and new hope in life like my mother did for me. So, this was the end of this series. Stay tuned for next part of this series, and if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Until next time.